Yudu Gang newest addition for their IGL. So hopefully that is going to present a new change for the teams that actually made that shuffle. But let's jump right into our official first game of this league. It's going to be Vikendi.
Yeah, but it's gonna be a very cold, very icy place.
Woohoo!
Look at this.
Yes.
Yudu triumph with 65.6%. Secret on the second, but that's a huge gap in between. I'm gonna vote out for the 0.1 out there. One of it will be Deagles. But nevertheless, what do you think about this voting, Cloud?
Wow,
surprised.
PPG has a 2% there. And that's
I am surprised. I'm surprised of the huge discrepancy between Yudu Gang and Team Secret.
Well, TRX still 0%. Come on, we have to vote for them. We have to vote. I'm gonna vote
where's
for TRX.
my phone? Where's my phone
Yeah,
now?
I'm gonna QR scan code right now because come on, guys, keep all the numbers going, keep dropping, do your responsibility as one of the PUBG Mobile community out there.
You guys just gave away what you're gonna do on broadcast. Come on, guys.
We can do that.
Discreet.
Oh, okay, and here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this circle way up north, and thank you so much to Observer lineup, Observer Director, Xer, as well as Topcast, getting back into the Observer seat together with Ngek, Zai, and Yota, who's going to bring the action all to us. And this is a very interesting circle, about 50% of water.
Trash one.
It's a nice circle.
Husky. Really.
There's a saying, right? One man's trash is another man's treasure. Yes, you got it. Yes. I like this. I like this.
I like that.
I like this.
He's on team.
Don't.
Team
like,
Bat
I'm
circle.
on Team
I'm
Cloud.
not. No, stop it, you guys. The fact that it's only a port right in the center of it, this just shows all singular player inside of the game right now. We're walking to one particular direction.
Yeah.
And that's what's just get it messy. Because why? We only have one part of a circle that I have to work with. The other half is just nowhere towards the players. There's nowhere for you to go around the port up there. But at the same time, like you guys said, this is going to be an interesting match to watch.
Yeah, I mean, Vikendi is already a map that challenges the teams in terms of the dynamics. It throws a lot of your playbooks out the window. Now you have to deal with a map like Vikendi and a circle that is as bizarre as this one. I think it would really, drive the teams to re-strategize how do they move northwards, because a lot of teams are stuck on the south side.
Yeah, absolutely agree. And that's where all the fun is going to happen, People are going to meet along the way. The choking points will start to show itself, and we will see a lot of early action. Fingers crossed, that's what we want to see as viewers, right?
Yes.
Come on, Chichu.
Come on.
Speaking of
Do you not
viewing,
like actions?
oh my god, speaking of action, it's gonna happen anytime soon. We talk about 8GMT sharing Dobromay, so same goes for another team out there, which gonna be none other than NetBrother. Back then, NetBrother used to be one of the most aggressive when it comes to the start and engaging the fires. But we're talking about Singaporeans, very aggressive team as well. 8GMT, when they're being cornered, they know where to step up their game.
Yeah, and you can easily place 8GMT at the top as the most aggressive Singaporean team out of all the four that qualify. Maybe Kingsman follow behind, and then Steelheart and PPG in the same category. But because of the abundance of compound, it's highly unlikely we will see Net Brotherhood engaging in a gunfight. And in fact, they are already moving out of that place.
So that just shows like what Husky mentioned, 8GMT. They know their aggression, they sense their aggression, and now Net, they move away from them. They're like, okay, now we're not going to take that early fight with AGT. We're going to pop a smoke.
Yeah.
You don't see that very often.
I'm surprised by the smoke, especially when there's nobody start to engage against them. Around 2, well, we have another 2 team just happen to clash for another compound. We talk about Resurgence. Well, they had a good run. They got themselves a rubber chicken today. Quite decent amount of prize there for the start of the day. But we're talking about the official game. Some teams prefer to stay low, not to, expose their strategy straight into the tournament just yet. And sometimes there are some teams that actually, I say, purposely trying to look weak for first week because they want to exploit the other team's kind of gameplay and strategy as well.
Yeah, and I think it honestly depends on the team dynamics as well. Some teams really thrive on just getting their gears going early on, and some teams, they slowly adapt to the situation. On a map where we all agree that there's a lot of compound, the circle disagrees with it. It brings us to a place where maybe you don't have much shelter to work with. Yudu Gang probably the earliest team to make a rotation. Fan favorites for this map as well. 65% of the community votes, so huge pressure on their shoulders.
Yeah, I don't know sometimes whether that's a good thing or not to the team because looking at the numbers, like it's like whoa, 60%. But yep, they will need to wait and see. And this Naoki's first official game with
to
Yuduke.
fight against his brother.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I have a bad feeling about this. Do you think that they might actually how did they ended up, meeting like family meetings and gatherings after that? After you fight your own brother in the battlefield.
I mean,
We're all hover around.
it's
Husky, we're giving such a hard
it's
time
gonna
for
be
it.
an awkward conversation, right? You know, like it reminds me of the sibling rivalries where you and your siblings just talk about how you smash each other in game and in real life. Then
You mean like
it's gonna be a weird.
who will be flexing it better?
Who is the more superior one? Who is the alpha male in this sibling
Oh,
relationship? Right, it's
no.
gonna be a weird conversation at the dinner table.
All egos on board.
Well, the good thing is that because this is a mobile game, you can actually like just okay, who's the better one? Just right there, right now. Like okay, let's have a game.
Let's
right
have
now.
a game
go
right
PM. Let's just solve it.
Yeah, but they're not gonna have that luxury just yet. Flash vision is not playing today, so maybe for Duo can just look at.
But in the
Enoki,
end of
right?
the day, he has to meet up his brother.
I mean, if you are
It will be one day that he will be the short one each other out.
if you're 420, you'll be happy, right? I'm gonna see what my brother does, and I'm gonna use it against him.
That sounds so evil, man.
Can you
That's
imagine?
just so wrong.
He just shows it to his to like the family, right? Look at what bro is doing. He is. No, just.
Yeah, then the mom and dad can go and like, see, why are you not like your brother now?
Oh no,
Why you not like
that
your
is
brother?
just wrong.
No, that means that the strat has
You
backfired. It
I
should
mean,
be like you are better than your
no
brother.
matter what, you should be comparing between siblings, guys.
This is a bad example of
Yeah,
what you should not
very
do in
bad
a
example.
household.
Please don't do that. It's horrible. You know what? Just horrible. But back about the game we go. Net. In case you guys still hasn't noticed, there's a bit of a bar of an extra information for you guys to watch to the game. Like for example, just next to the left side of the player's portrait, we are looking at Scout Badge here on Sniper Man. Even though his name is the Sniper Man, but he's not the sniper. He's playing more as a scout instead of
scout.
everything else. Yeah,
Well, technically, you can use a sniper to scout.
that's actually
Yeah.
true.
Technically, yeah, that's not wrong. I mean, if you want to scout, you want to maintain distance. So, I mean, there are two types, right? A sniper
but-
opens out fire onto Matoy. Matoy
Oh.
turns around, Sniper Man takes a couple of shots, manages to duck back behind that building.
Oh, that was a close one for Matoy. Matoy, if he got knocked out earlier, that would be it. He will be stranded there.
Do you see how he just U-turned
Yeah,
away?
he just
Yeah.
U-turned.
Mato's
He's
like, Mato's like,
oh.
I'm gonna check things out here. Oh, nope, never mind.
Oh man, that was too close for comfort, okay?
That was so
That was
fast of
hot
him.
attack for Matoy.
It was really close of him making a huge mistake there. If that vehicle blown up, they will lose quite a huge in-game leader out there. Speaking of which, they almost got themselves backfired the moment they initiate just now.
Yeah, absolutely agree. Matoy is one of those players that you don't want to lose just because of how he thinks in-game. He can be as calm while under gunfire. He can be so calm to make those right decisions and right rotations. He's just amazing player.
Yeah, and that brings up a second question. But before that, it seems that Putra is going to open up fire onto the Dingos who are driving right past the planes of Dingos. Now they know that they're kind of in danger, but Putra's all alone though with the Putra closing in. It does toss out a bit of a utility there. There's a smoke grenade as SMG. They now have to reinforce their buddy.
Oh, can they make it on time? We're talking about the blue closing in. It's still the first phase though, so it won't be as hurtful as the later stage of the game itself. But with Micro Uzi, he's trying to charge right into smack middle of Dingos. But Putra, can he save himself out there? It's quite out in the open on the open street. At the same time, they're trying to get the flanks. Very intelligent coming out of proximity, coming out from the side instead of straight ahead front.
Oh man, SMG, they are playing like how they have been playing. From Bapa, they are playing so aggressively. They want the points on the board for themselves, but still keeping eyes on the side of Bravo. Bravo has been pinned down, and there's nothing much he can do from here.
Yeah, and with the new point system, these kind of early fights are going to really benefit SMG. And you can see Dingos, they've already abandoned ship. They're going to abandon Bravo to his own device as Bard takes him out. RG as well, he's not going to live along. But Dingos fire back from across, and they find one member of SMG is going to be Bard, but Trixinity also knocked down.
That is
Dingos fire back.
brutal with Blue is not siding any of these teams. Jenny, on the other hand, the only man still standing with Purtra alongside. Nukes happens to be just in the middle of his sun as well. Do they have enough utilities to be used here to reset the HP?
Could this be a turn of events as well? Because we can see Dingoes still maintaining 3 team members while SMG lost Bart as well as Tracy. Putra looks like they will make a run for it. They will leave this place right now because the blue zone is pressuring them at the same time. While SMG looks like the plan didn't work for them.
Yeah, they are still moving under gunfire at this point, but with 2 casualties, and Dingo is just quick decision making with that immediate rotation, bringing 2 members. They used their knockdown friends to divert attention, and they got 2 in return. That is a 2 for 1 trade. I like that.
But still, nevertheless, still 16 teams intact. Only lost 2 players throughout the whole game. We have 62 players still alive. But thankfully, SMG got themselves some vehicles because there was so much into the blue. It's a long journey for them.
Yeah, absolutely. It was like, what, 2,000 over meters for them to travel. So it's a big, big distance to cover there. Of course, they need to move up north where the circle is there. And here we are, ladies and gentlemen, the all ladies in PPG. Ladies and gentlemen, and now they are playing this fairly safely. And Moy, oh, okay, she got herself a ghillie suit. Good start there.
Yeah, but with the previous round's performance, hopefully they don't get discouraged too much. They are in the middle, in the center of the circle. But with all these teams just encircling them, it might be slightly disadvantage for PPG if they play like round 1.
This is just a horrible circle to start with. I don't imagine the first tournament match, official ones, just giving straight hard circle for the place. This is tormenting. But back about the game, we're looking at SMG. Will be the last one to rotate into the circle. Well, the rest of them, good luck fighting so many teams right on the outskirts of Zabava.
Oh man, frankly, good luck for the Dingoes as well. They are
yeah.
at the other edge of the
Yeah.
map. I'm not sure if they have any vehicles.
I mean, Dingo, they gotta take a flight. That's like the fastest way to reach the port. But they do have, I believe, a buggy where they were able to rotate. But unfortunately, it's not enough to get all 4 members onto the same vehicle. So Dingo's good luck. But right now, Yudu Gang against Team Secret, the 2 teams who have the highest 2 votes in the community vote, they're gonna clash.
Yeah, it's going to be possible here that we see a clash.
Oh.
You are always favorite weapon, the pan. The pan is
The
back.
pack, yes.
I don't know how you're gonna fly out the pan out there, but it seems like it might just work when it comes to Yuhai. Back about Montoy, the scout and the in-game leader himself, calling out the shot, trying to get the information back to the team while you do. This is gonna be the clash of titans, like you guys mentioned before. This is what everybody wanna watch. Feels like grand final if it's these 2 teams gonna fight each other.
Yep, and they do have the advantage of that small compound. So Team Secret, the most they can do right now is to surround where Yudu Gang are, hoping that Marlino, they don't butt in. Superboy is kind of far up to the north side. Yudu Gang, they're not going to be too worried right now, but Team Secret, their usual way of doing recon is to spread out all 4 members, and Drax does take a few damage.
Absolutely good strategy here. And at the same time, we can see iShot staying way, way behind just to make sure that they are not being flanked by any other team, especially Marlino's behind. Oh, and now the first bomb has been thrown and exploded, so now they definitely know hostile is around the compound.
Speaking of compound, we have 1 more team just marching in the corner of Marlino. And so like you mentioned here before, it's going to be a 3-way war while we have Team Secret stuck in the middle around the coal mines area. We might just have 1 more team marching in, if I'm not mistaken, just behind iShots. It will be another 1 team coming out very soon.
Yeah, Marlino, the worst thing that can happen to Team Secret right now is Marlino pincering them and taking them out while they were engaged against Yudu Gang. But like we just mentioned right now, there's now Sir Cloud iShots just making a huge rotation onto the other side of the compound, of the villa, to make sure that if Yudu Gang makes a run for it, he's going to get a few stragglers on the way.
I'm liking what Team Secret is doing right now. It looks like they want to take the compound. So definitely compound is going to be really, really important, especially this is still in the safe zone. And if they can take it away from Yudu Gang, this actually gives a really good start.
That's quite true. The powerman of this particular compound can kind of get the idea about what's going on. Especially this is the only compound actually around this area. We're talking about all the other places out there is quite out in the open, and we do have Team Boss Crew marching it from behind, so they cannot stay this for too long. I like the fact they are segregated, going 1-3 formation, while all 4 men of Yudu happens to hog around 4 different houses at the same time.
Yeah, one of the slight advantage that Team Secret has been in the open is that they can watch 360 in terms of, all the different angles, where if you are Yudu Gang right now, you can only rely on the windows and the balcony. So you might miss out iShots, who is still so far undetected by Yudu Gang.
Absolutely agree with that. iShots is now playing the stealthy mode, but he has to be aware that behind him, Bosco, as we can see on the map, on the right side of the screen there, ladies and gentlemen, could look up to him. But at the same time, Marlino is also playing this very, very safely while eyeing on these two teams closely.
Yuhai trying to be extra careful, very cautious about this team right now, Team Secret. Not like how they usually play back then. They were very aggressive, but we're talking about Yudu Gang this time. They are one of the best in the world out there. These two teams, they have been overly focused between themselves. Mind you that another two teams coming up their way, and they can be parting in from the side lanes as well.
Yeah, and the new in-game leader slash scout Ainoki from GeekFam into Yudu Gang. So the show match, we didn't get to see Yudu Gang show up too much because of the unfortunate circumstances, but you can see maybe the short call right now for Yudu Gang is to just secure that compound. Secret has to come to them at this point. As long as the circle favors them, then there's no way that Yudu Gang would be in danger.
And here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Axis looks like they have V-Star right in front of them, but you have just warning shots so far, nothing big. Everyone's playing this very safely, and I just had to point out that Axis coming soon, but oh, look at this Leto! Wow, with the long range shot onto him, he's now down to 20% of health, immediately pops out the painkillers.
Axis and RL caught themselves a three-way wall. We were looking on the different direction just now, but they are quite busy. Those are actually occupying this area as well. We're talking about, we have PPG around there, plus another team, if I'm not mistaken, that was actually Axis and RL, and one more team just around the corner, Team No Recall. Team No Recall, we know they are one of the most experienced players there as well, but 8GMT have to have a go against Net Brotherhood.
Yeah, from the start of this map, 8GMT has been within shooting distance of Net Brotherhood, and they still are within shooting distance of Net Brotherhood, despite the fact that, Net, they kind of evacuated from the initial drop zone. So this is going to slightly be in favor of 8GMT, because when the circle closes in, Net will have to cross that street.
Oh, but talking about crossing streets, looks like Team Secret, they are going in for the CJ. And
Oh!
have been knocked down. Unfortunately, the first one to go down. Yuhai now with the spray go out. Bench get one knocked down. Onto Ainoki, and now there's the second one coming in. Now with the goal to combat, can he get the knockdown? No! Yuhai have been knocked and maybe finish off here.
This is not a pretty picture for the Team Secret. Mato is actually on the back line. Oh, they have a couple of casualties at this point. iShots have nothing else to do at this point. They are actually being bombarded by showering of bullets out of nowhere. And iShot trying to zigzag himself away. Yudu, on the other hand, have all the time they have right now to resuscitate their teammates.
And what did we just say? Yudu Gang, they are safe, and the worst that could happen to Team Secret is if they get backstabbed, is if they engage, they rush the compound and they lose out, and that was exactly what happened. Two members taken out. Team Secret, they now have to back off, but it seems like iShot, he still wants to try a bit of that luck to scout out the rest of Yudu Gang, but time is ticking for TS.
Oh, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Although they still have the circle, but unfortunately they lost their two main fraggers there. The combination of Urex there, ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately will be taken out at this point. Now, this is the tricky part with compound fights, right? Because if you have two snipers, like, it's going to be tough for them to aim because the place is not open enough. Like, the only places you can aim is the windows and the doors, and that's about it.
Yeah, that's very true. That's very true. And aside from that, we're talking about on the outskirts of Zabava, the terrain in this area. There's not much buildings to work with, but the terrain itself have quite a decent number of stone structure. You can take covers. There's a lot of vegetation to work with as well. We're talking about Yudu Gang, still alive and well, have 4 men. Now they reset themselves. On the other hand, another team just approached on the outskirts of Coal Mine. We have Evo's VIP, Samzy, and the rest of the team just march in, probably going to take a second challenge against Yudu Gang, who have to fight so many teams just this area.
Yeah, but Yudu Gang right now is a high risk, high reward kind of challenge. As long as they have that compound with them, they are going to be A-okay. They managed to repel Team Secret, so Evo's VIP is the second team that Team Secret kind of passed the torch to challenge Yudu Gang in that compound.
Now looking at how Yuduge actually defended that, I'm not too sure EVOS VIP would want to do the same. But plus, they do have a combat of their own. They are in the safe zone, so I don't think they will challenge. Plus, if they want to go for it, they would need to come from the low ground to the high ground. And as in some famous movie with that saber, yeah, always says high ground wins.
Oh, we're gonna have to wait and see. But the fact you mentioned that you do actually hold this compound quite well with what had just happened just now, it just shows that they can dominate over this particular compound. If they can hold it against EVO's VIP for the next one, as long as it's not gonna be a three-way war, they're gonna be A-okay. But this is gonna be the fourth airdrop. MK14 with the level 3 gears and everything else, very close by to exit NRL, but they do have a couple of other teams, including Expert and also Dingo's TNR is there as well. So it seems like everybody squeezed in, but don't forget, you snooze, you lose. This is the time that you actually get yourself Code Hunter. Take it away with your code with amazing loot coming up.
Yeah, our own personalized drop box for the viewers. Remember to key that in and you will get a chance to win that giveaway. But Dingoes finally made it into the circle. That was a long drive, but they have no time to rest. Actually, they have all 4 members alive, so they actually lost no one to SMG, which made the scenario 10 times better because they have that man, the full squad alive.
Oh, I'm sorry. You were saying. Oh, sorry. I was trying to clean the code as fast as possible. But then again, just look at this. We can see pressure being put on with multiple teams getting closer and closer with each other at this point. Wow, just such a colorful map, and we can see here the Dingoes actually made it.
Yeah, they made it.
I'm looking at another team coming up very late here. That gonna be still hot. Even though Dingoes made it, I'm not sure about still hot. Look at how many teams gatekeeping on the southwest of corner this map. Particularly, that is just too colorful. Coming up from the northern side, I say Team Bosku kind of decided way better than the rest of the team. Zabava is really vacant and they're marching in with nobody in between.
Yeah, and you can see Superman, the first one to get knocked out, and TRX, they're gonna open fire onto Steelheart. Not able to land most of the shots just yet. Junboy is getting Steelheart pinned now. Lorenzo driving away. He lifts his body behind. He's gonna get sprayed out in that vehicle. Fortunately, he is able to get to safety to the other side of the compound, but Steelheart having some damage dealt to them by TRX.
Oh, but TRX, they are not in the safe zone, though the blue zone is closing in onto them. They need to get into the vehicles. The energy drink will be popped out, and now they will need to make a move onto it. Yes, they do have a couple of vehicles there, but the snowball will not be good enough. It's easily exploded. High risk there, but fingers crossed they can get in safely now.
Oh, speaking of taking it safely,
Oh!
my goodness me, Diddle just have it so harsh on this side, exploded. At the same time, couple of casualties. The only man left here, Lorenzo Hardybanks, bleeding out. At the same time, the sole man surviving. Can Lorenzo make it?
Yeah, he will be forced to just stop his vehicle and kind of
Oh,
regenerate his health.
my
Even
goodness.
crashes.
What?
Lorenzo, time is not on your side as we turn our attention to Evo's VIP, taking on Yudu Gang on this high ground to low ground fight. Razor is ready with the nade. He cooks it out, tries to toss it out. Steelheart gets knocked out off screen. That nade doesn't connect with anyone. Has a molly. Ainoki does get tagged, but the damage is not enough just yet.
But just look at this, we can see here, high ground to low ground fight here. EVOS VIP, they are trying to go one-on-one, mano-a-mano, together with Yudu Gang, the community favorites at this point. But at the same time, the blue zone is pressuring Manpara needs to make a move, but at the same time, just too much going to handle right in front. He can't move simply.
Oh, Fredo and Micro Uzi scout things over on this side. They're gonna make it such a hard time for Evo's VIP. At the same time,
The molly.
forcing the Molotov,
Oh.
Raz burning it out, a walking barbecue at this point for Evo's VIP. They're being cornered. They have no way out. And that's Kuza knocked down as well. Loxy and Samsey is right behind them. This is tough time for Evo's VIP.
Caught between a rock and the blue zone. Yudu gets the run in, trying to find the last kill. The spray out coming in from Drax. He does find Luxy, and he should be able to finish off Razor as well. As Evo's VIP just sustained huge casualty. Samsey, the last man alive, able to escape that for a while, but to go uphill, you gotta go through the entire squad of Yudu Gang. Maybe minus one Parang is still a huge feat.
Oh man, but then again, Yudu Gang still maintaining 3 team members there. Drax, really, he was the star man in that fight. He was the last man standing. If he got knocked out, that's it. But now they can reset themselves 3. But then again, they must remember that the blue zone is closing in and they are far away from the safe zone. And all EVOS VIP will be eliminated.
Oh, down to now, Exits and RL, they are trying to go against Dingles, being cornered all the way around. What Team Secret, iShot seems to having a rough time there. I have no clue what's happening, but it seems like they clipped between Marlino and another team behind. While Bosco managed to take one more down while we're looking at Pamburu, the Hunter, try to hunt down the rest of Dingles.
Yep, and of course, going hunting, Dingles does sustain a bit of damage, but not enough. It actually does not gets knocked down by Appy, so Dingles now under heavy fire as NRL now with the molly from Appy, just gonna try to flush out the rest of Dingles. As GD now gets tagged, as Leto will be the one to gun him down. Dingo scramble to recompose themselves, but it seems it's not working out. NRL on the other side, also down team no recoil, 2 fights on a single front.
Oh my goodness, just look at this. At least 3 teams in the same compound that we can see here. But Team No Recall, Insomnius is still standing, but can he save his teammates? Sinbi is down, Raymond is down at this point, and Rip just wants to find more teammates, but no! Insomnius with the second flush shot, finishing Red Fourth!
This is just not going to be easier for any of this team. We're talking about Appy. Try to clutch you one now. 3v1 Appy really close to get one more, but he's not connected just yet. He tried to get on my brain.
He's gonna get pushed.
My god,
Oh
can
my
he
god,
actually
Pamburu!
push? This is just really close. Can he clutch this one out? Really close to
Appy,
that?
what?
My goodness
My
me!
god!
Appy!
My god!
One man,
My
one
god!
Dingles out. That is just Appy, apping it away.
And Pamburu with the cover fire from afar made that happen. Dingo just not able to compose himself enough to take on this. Appy had no name, no utilities, but iShots, now he's the one getting shot. Team Secret, things were disastrous ever since the failed siege onto Yudu Gang, and it's not going to get better. However, Fredo himself now caught and isolated in this shack by Marlino Superboy, who is keeping watch on him.
Oh, Fredo, the last one standing for Yudu Gang, and oh, unfortunately, RHF eliminated as well. Superboy now putting a lot of pressure, and there you go, Fredo will be pressure. Oh man, but the circle just runs away from most of these teams.
Expert and Y is down as well, down to 10.
Oh my god!
My goodness me!
What?
That
What?
was a very long shot out of nowhere! And that's the rest of you again. They're nowhere to be seen anymore. Look at the circle. Now it's closing in, squeezing every single person to actually pincer themselves into right smack in the middle of it. And seems like AGMT and PPG plus TRX, the only 3 teams inside of it.
Yeah, revenge is best served. Cole iShot lands the most crucial one to wipe out Yudu Gang despite the early disaster. But with the circle right now, only encircling 3 teams, with PPG and AGMT actually making it this far compared to Steelhouse, who got knocked out early on. Maybe this is the time for the Singaporean teams to shine.
It could be possible here, ladies and gentlemen. They are still in the game, and now Pamburu puts a lot of pressure. They are outside the safe zone, but the high ground here is being kept out by Marlino, and oh, AGMT unfortunately will be eliminated. Pamburu now trying to find who's behind the door there. We have Team No Recall knocking at the door. Insomnius is waiting for the right moment, and Insomnius with the micro Uzi spraying up, but no, it will not connect.
Oh, but the problem is, can Appy clutch one more time? They wiped out one whole team. One single man wiped the whole team out. It's gonna be epic. You have to give a lot of respect to that guy. But now to Sim B, he's trying to fight just around the corner, just getting it one down right in front. 2v1, they're running down, and it's gonna be Pamburu knocked down as well at the rate of 1 straight to 1.
And now it's down to Appy for NRL. They survive the Dingles. iShots gets taken now, so Secret is no more as Insomnius. He himself is going to take a couple of pot shots on the TRX. Not able to land it though. He himself gets shot by Kim, and he should be able to be finished off. Simi Pro able to back off from the exploding vehicle.
Yo, Sinbi now is the last man standing for Team No Recall here, ladies and gentlemen. But so far, Sinbi managed to get himself into the safe zone, but this is such an open position. TRX are putting a lot of pressure onto Marlino. Oh no! From the side shot now!
And it's gonna be the end of Team No Recall. Is no more to be seen. TRX on the other hand have Bosco marching in their way.
Bosco is here!
Realistic of help. No, he's not enough time to revive him back.
Janik now forced to fight Team Bosco, but he falls out of the vehicle. He finds Asfar. Janik with a bit of patience. There's still one remaining member of Bosco though. Ziso gets immediately gunned down by Merlino, who swarms them as Marlino now caught the TRX and AGMT down the hill. Noxy does fire back, but he's getting gunned down from multiple locations. Still managed to survive with the rest of his team.
Oh, this absolute nut here, ladies and gentlemen. We're so close to each other. We can see a TRX is keeping Marlino outside the safe zone at this point, but at the same time, behind them, there are multiple teams converging with each other. Superboy, unfortunately, will be knocked out.
Happy finds two
as well.
Happy, he takes out 2 members before he gets taken out by the blue zone, so that is huge for NRL despite their exit. TRX managing to find a bit of space to get their buddies back up, and that will really benefit them, but they have to remember that Marlino and Bosco are right in front of them.
It's going to be only 5 teams left here. PPG managed to finish one more down on 8 GMT. Seems like they're having a good run for the female teams ever, and they have the most advantage too.
Yep, you can see here that they have a compound at this point and somewhat the zone, but check this out. The loot here, ladies and gentlemen. Key in your code. The fastest has gets whatever that you want to get now. You got to punch it in right now. I'll pass it back to Choo Choo because I'm going to punch in the codes.
Oh, well.
Choo Choo is
everybody
also
wants-
trying to go for it. No, Tiara does down Jinboy. Finally, PPD joins the fight as Sam Hero down Superboy. Noxy also gets taken out. 3 teams on top of Marlino, and this is not good for them.
Oh, this is definitely not good for them. We can see here TRX. They are somewhat in the edge of the safe zone, but just look at it, just running. Oh, but that smoke is just not helping him.
Oh, hopefully he gonna help the whole team here because they got enough time to actually revive none other than Jinboy there, and they need to a little bit of boost. They want to march right in, but they have no clue where are the rest of the teams.
And PPG just chilling in their mansion with the firewood running as the rest of the team just massacres each other. Bin does take out Jinboy, but TRX somehow, despite all this continuous lockdown, they stay alive as Keem now engages in a gunfight against the rest of Bosco. Asfa wants to take revenge for his buddy, but he has to walk up that hill.
Oh my goodness, we can see it. They have the high ground, but Zizo, oh no, he's down to 10% health. Can he do the collision? But he jumps down. No damage, at least, general, but he will immediately pop up.
Oh, Kim!
But no, Kim!
What a rush, but he is not safe as PPG now, they finally decide to intervene as they mop up the rest of the resistance, those who dare challenge the female team, getting those frags in, and they are actually now in the top 4 with all 4 members alive, comfortable, safe, as Tiara will find Kim.
Yeah, we can see here that PPG, they still have the compound somewhat, the zone, but just look at this, the next zone. Oh, it's just too small, but it could favor against PPG.
Seems like they are actually being favored by the rest of the Circle God, and now they even have the most numbers of men out there. I mean, female, so we're gonna call it women. TRX, Zissou, and Asfarzi. They have to fight against the whole team of PPG. 3 teams left, 6 players alive. This is just really their game for now.
This is PPG's game to lose. They just have to play this patiently. Bosco only has 1, TRX only has 1 members. This is a 4 versus 2. More even has the GD, so he does teach Zizo. So he's just gonna run at him. Zizo, can he do it? No clutch from TRX. Unfortunately, Asvado does down fast, so that just cuts down the members of PPG, but it does not matter. PPG, first chicken dinner off the group stage.
Oh my god, PPG! The next game, well, not really the next game, the remake of the Miramar game will begin right now. We will jump straight onto the plane and fly back into the dusty map of Miramar. Here we go.
Oh, there's so many
Maybe for the
real games going on.
if they can find where we are hiding inside the blue zone, that's extra points for them. But obviously, with the remake, we get a completely different flight path from the southwest to the from the northwest to the southeast, just ending right on top of Impala. So maybe we will finally see an Impala drop for more teams.
But then one thing I have to set out, this is a totally different flight path from the last game. So like it or not, they have to just take it in. Plus the circle obviously will be very different.
Yep, it should be different, I guess. Okay, we just need to wait and see.
I have a feeling it's gonna go down the south.
Minus Del Sur, come on, you can do it.
End up in Oasis. That's my favorite spot.
Oh, that's your. Oh, okay.
We never
Nice.
seen Lost Eagles. You guys have
Okay,
been
Lost
dying
Eagles
for
then.
it. No, but usually it's gonna end up Chumasira. No Lost Eagles, guys.
Puerto Paraiso. Okay, let's have 50% water.
It's not
Yeah.
gonna work like
Yeah,
that.
let's end up in the islands
circle
instead.
won't
Yeah.
work.
The islands beside Impala.
Oh, yeah.
The circle never works like that. Come on, move on. But this will be the judgment time we're waiting about. Like I mentioned before, oh man, never mind.
Okay, never mind.
It's probably gonna be ended up on Los Leones at this
I mean,
point.
it's close to Impala. Impala is still within the vicinity.
No,
So I,
Draymond.
Oh, okay.
Draymond Husky.
okay, fine.
Yeah.
I I have 1 month to wait for this to happen.
Yeah, he's very patient, man.
I'm a very patient man.
Yeah, I can see. I'm the doctor.
What's
You are
that
the
have
what?
to do with everything else?
Because he's the patient, I'm the doctor. Okay, never mind.
Daddy plants from.
I'm so
Gee.
sorry, ladies and
I-
gentlemen. So sorry.
Now I'm impatient.
And are you
Okay.
the outpatient?
Never mind.
never
that.
mind.
The
That
thing
was
is,
actually bad.
I don't want to go
Commendable
even
effort.
further than that. I will not entertain you with that. But again, we're talking about Net Brother. Seems to be sharing the same compound. Same goes for SMG, but they are marking the line. And very respective at that. They are not crossing that street whatsoever and probably will move in a parallel direction. If that happens, they will never bump into each other.
Yeah, Bosco actually completely changed where they dropped. You know, before the remake, they actually dropped at Los Egos, but now they just completely bunched in with the other teams on, I believe, the western side of the map. So I'm interested to see what this call is going to do to them, because it's a complete different location. They now have to actually contest or potentially contest with other teams.
Yeah, it's actually quite interesting that you don't see that all the time that actually teams change their drop points just after like that, but now they're actually doing it. So it will be interesting to see how will that affect their game moving forward. Bosco is topping the charts at this point.
I'll have to agree, but back about Nano, and seems like the other team, which is none other than SMG, they have been the same dropping points in season 1 of PMPL. So we're gonna have to wait and see. While in San Martin, it's gonna be over the territory of Team Secret. Will they go the direction like how they did just now, way up to the north instead of going on top of the mountains?
Yeah, I think right now Team Secret just realized that it is okay to play slower in the beginning rather than making those moves early on. It did not work out during the show match. It did not work out in Vikendi.
Oh,
Whoa.
And it almost did not
Okay.
work out for Rex, but before the remake, it certainly was
Fast and
brought
Furious!
negative impact for ice shots, right? Picked up early on.
Might
But
as
yeah.
well drift. Like too fast.
Have you driven a buggy before?
Do you want to?
Of course. Why not?
Oh, I've driven since like 5-year-old, but yeah.
What?
What?
You know the toy one.
Okay, I was about to say please revoke her license
Yeah,
in
like
PUBG Mobile.
if
Come
anyone
on.
is watching
Oh
this,
my god, when I do the joke, you just cannot be pleased with it. But at the same time, back about you again. Naoki seems like, we mentioned this before, he seems like he's the scout of the team instead of just a support. So Naoki, he will go a bit further than the rest of the team. And he might just pass back towards the other his teammates that there's nobody actually occupying that area.
Yep, no one's actually occupying this, and now EVOS VIP. So they have the entire water treatment to themselves at this point. But Kuza, he's just driving around like, okay, he's probably just going to like park the car, but yeah, he's just
Yeah.
going off his stunts basically.
yeah, I think one of the ways that teams maneuver around the water treatment plant or any place with high ground on the other side, Rift gets run over, seemingly by his own car.
Okay.
But yeah, a lot of teams, they just park their car on the high ground so they get a clearer view, right? You kind of want to gatekeep your compound. So probably that is what Kuza is trying to do. T and R, we've seen them in the last round. They were kind of in contention with Axis NRL and Dingoes. So maybe this round is going to be different because they are having a slower start.
Oh, sometimes slower is not a bad thing. I have to say, when you start slow, sometimes things just going along the side of your way. Gotta wait and see, because patience is a virtue. Must be a reason they call it as that. But before that, again, you guys have been asking us a lot, why is it being a remake? There's a server problem going on, guys. Nobody wants that to happen, but sometimes it just happened. It's just life. Sometimes you're okay, sometimes you're not. Same goes for life, okay? And everybody just trying to move on. So let's just be happy about this, have fun and watch a game. But back about TRX, seems like they are parting ways against PPG. They were having a great run against PPG before, but this time they're not making the same decision again.
Yeah, looks like they are still separating themselves. Jinboy, we can see here all alone looting, but this is also a pretty good strategy as well sometimes, because if you want to go to the bigger compounds, normally there would be teams there already, but teams don't really like this, like IQ 5000, right? Like you
Is it just
aim the
5,000?
small compounds. It's Oh, come on. You can go. I know you choose like IQ 8000.
Oh, thanks. Thanks,
Yeah.
pal. I'm gonna
It's a
take it in. It's
compliment.
not every day you're gonna compliment me. So
There you
I'm gonna
go.
take it in. I'm just gonna take it in, bro.
I mean, I can't join in a conversation where the IQ is higher than Einstein's IQ, but I appreciate the insight that I heard. But we did catch a glimpse of Ryan from No Recall, right? We had this conversation off broadcast that he is probably the only person that played in the World Championship. It's from the Taiwan League as well. What's going to be the difference that he brings towards the local scene compared to other teams that have already been here?
Oh, passing to Cloud. I like to pass this to him.
Yeah, well, I personally think that he brings a different dynamic. It's just like, okay, just like how we see Matoy's impact, right? Like from Thailand, he's so used to playing with Illuminate the Murder that time, and when he moved to Team Secret, he brings a whole lot of creativity that actually outshines most of the Malaysian teams at that point, Malaysian and Singaporean teams in Season 1.
I agree.
So, can we see the same impact for Ryan? Plus, he was assigned as the in-game leader, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think he is as well. So that I feel like the external experience definitely does benefit, and it's also pretty magical to see how if you bring in someone like from other regions, the immediate impact that that particular player has on the team. It's so hard to pinpoint just one factor, but the fact that it happens in a positive manner is something that a lot of teams might need to look at and possibly make the decision to when they do roster shuffles in the future.
It's like fashion, basically. Everybody wear the same shirt until somebody appears out of nowhere wearing a skirt, so everybody want to wear a skirt. But this is gonna be the skirt of the day because why? If you don't get the coat right now, you're gonna miss it. With the airdrop, the first one grows in it. Alongside it will be the giveaway code for you guys because there's so many packs, so many packages in there. You might get as well a PUBG boxer just now, or even everything else that's inside of it. That's pretty cute, I have to say.
I have to say, it's really, really interesting. That I wouldn't mind that one. I wouldn't mind the. It's not a boxer.
It was
it's just
the box.
kickboxing pants, you know. It's not a boxer.
yeah,
It's
it's
still a
a-
box in the
Okay,
word, right?
so it's a kickboxing. Okay, never mind
Boxer.
that. Never mind that. There you
Imagine
go.
if they have the merchandise. It's like exactly like the one in games.
Trust me.
A merchandise shop. That would be the merchandise shop happens in any tournament like the grand finals. We can actually buy it manually.
Oh, trust me, the sales would go through the roof.
Maybe not even room, maybe the sky even, because we have quite a lot of people, including me, to wanting myself to buy it.
So now we know to choose preference,
The boxers.
the boxes.
It's
Yeah.
always me again.
So sorry,
I mean,
Okay, this is interesting. The fact that everybody hover around just one particular place here, around the outskirts, or actually
Ooh.
inside of La Direla, they have only one minivan to work with, a couple of vehicles there as well. Nobody is actually in this corner.
that is actually a pretty dangerous spot to be in, though. They have to be feeling lucky that there is no one nearby. But Dingoes, they got themselves a pretty sweet spot to camp. And Small Boy from Resurgence, he's all alone, and Nunk's gonna see his head, fires the first warning shot, the second one does connect for 50 damage, and that's gonna be enough to force Resurgence to retreat for now.
That definitely clipped his helmet there, that's for sure. Down to 50% of his health, but that's all they needed to do. Just clip him, just put damage onto his helmet, that's it. Just move away from there and make that rotation. And here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like most of the teams will be meeting in the middle. Not many teams actually playing at the edge of the circle.
Well, speaking of which, very heavily populated just on the outskirts of St. Martin. We're talking about area in the power grid, and also there is just so many teams start to open fire. Speaking of which, the Titans clashing again of Team Secret, and you do. 8GMT will be in the middle, while the rest of the team, Net Brother, seems like taking a long route, while Minas del Val Bosco seems like having no problem. Same goes for Molino. They are rotating this very late.
Yeah, I think if Net's intention was to come in from Junkyard, then it's going to be PPG. But Matoy, he has already been taken out. So we did have a small conversation about him being the in-game leader. Guys have watched us the entire pictures from the sidelines. Now he is out from this round. This is going to put a bit of pressure on the Team Secret.
Yeah, definitely. But, well, it could be a blessing in disguise because now he can focus on giving instructions to his teammates from outside of the actual game. Now we can see here, Yuhai is all alone though. Hopefully he won't be spotted. Again, it's Yudu Gang right in front of him.
But wait, he got
hang on.
fired there. Couple of taps onto him already. He got himself a bounty on top of his head. iShots and Rex, where are they? It seems like Yudu Gang already have discovered where Yuhai is. Well, Rex and also Shots seems like to be together. AGMT. Oh, there's a lot of grenades.
Nades flying through. Shao does get clipped, but his one missed. So Evo's VIP, they are coming in to reinforce their buddy. Trixie is being revived by his buddy right there, and Kuza might just be the one to open fire. You have Eclipse also full health with Trixie by his side. Kuza cooks up the nade. This one lands on Trixie. It's going to be a huge advantage for Evo's VIP. The first one does miss though. Kuza tosses it into the building. Trixie gets clipped once, but the damage is not enough just yet.
Yep, not enough just yet. They're still tossing out the grenades here, but it does not connect with anyone so far. Trixie is still wide out in the open. The smoke is still covering him, but it won't be for long. He will need to move into the compound.
Oh, at the same time, will they make the flush for Evo's VIP? AGMT, on the other hand, still holding to their grounds there, while the kill feed going crazy for Molino, or to take a move against Still Hearts. Couple of members being knocked down there. I'm not sure if they will be wiped out, because still 63 players alive, only one player. Or make it two right now, because Still Heart Haiti Banks will be the second player to be out in the lobby.
And Evo's VIP now going for the rush. Xiao has an important role at the balcony to spot out Evos, but seems like he's also getting pushed in as well. So Evos VIP have a bit of time to work with and decide whether they want to flush out HMT right here, right now, with Kuza being at the forefront of it. But he does manage to secure himself the compound on the right. You can hear the gunshots. HMT, they're being cornered into that house.
We can see a Kuza just right out of the building, just inside. But you can see it. Oh, on his left side, but Kuza managed to get a knockdown onto one of them, and Samji is the one who managed to get knocked down to Shao.
That's one knock. They did finish the job. Whoa, two knocks on Kuza. Can he get 4 more? He's trying to search all around. All the rest of AGMT trying to save their friend, but expose himself, eclipse himself. That was not a good decision making. They're jumping. There's going to be 3 knock at that. VIP Razor taking down on Eclipse. Finish off everybody else. And that's the end of the first team to be out. AGMT have to be resting in the lobby.
Yeah, and 8GMT just getting absolutely swarmed by a perfectly executed rush from Evo's VIP, and Xiao not able to just relay the information, and that really costed them this map. And right now, Nat Brotherhood, they are engaged with PPG. You can see Apo actually gets the bomb onto Baby Bell. And PPG not really in a good spot. Baby Bell is bleeding out and also getting bombed by Nat Brotherhood as the Brotherhood continues to lay on the pressure onto PPG.
Oh, not to mention the play zone looks like have taken out Baby Bell. Unfortunately, there PPG is now struggling here, ladies and gentlemen. Tiara is all alone out in open. Immediately only has managed no first aids. Not a good position to be in.
This is really precarious moment for her because we're talking about way too much blue. At the same time, smoke it away just to make sure she got herself a bit covered to escape from whatever's lying in front. Dingo's Nuke on the other hand, bleeding out as we speak. 1 casualty on their side. Bravo. Trying to actually save his friend maybe for the rest of the team, but PPG will be placed themselves the last chicken dinner winner on the 15th place.
Yeah, from first place to to 15, that is definitely not a good round 2 for them. And RSG managing to salvage the rest of their team as well, as they did manage to clean out a couple of stragglers in this compound. They managed to take control of the perimeter of the circle, so they can afford to spend some time here to kind of get their footing back. But Dingo, they had to make a run for it. A GG has no place in that place anymore.
Oh yes, a GG. Oh, and they don't have a vehicle, unfortunately. The vehicle is destroyed.
No.
Not looking good for the Dingoes, unfortunately. Now left only 2 team members, Bravo as well as Ajiji Nak will be out. And check this out, Steelheart is eliminated at 14th place.
Just now the circle was not that far off, but at the same time they don't have that much mats on them. While Yudu Mamparang seems like just being revived from the rest of the team, but they have to fight against head-on the other team right across the hills. NRL Axis on the other hand, just starting to move. We're talking about great migrations happen on the 4th phase. In another couple of seconds, 15 seconds at that, they will be forced into more circle that's very small.
Yep, and TNR are going to run right into Yudu, it seems like, but Merlino is going to intercept Raymond with that Kar 98, takes out his head, Superboy takes out Raymond, Yuhai able to take out Moon off screen, but that is going to alert Yudu gang of the presence of other teams as Drax going to cook up 2 nades, toss it downhill, the first one does miss, he going to lob out the third one as well. Sinbi Pro is not in a good spot, but those nades are not going to connect for now. It does bounce though, it flushes out Ryan, Ryan takes a load of damage, but just manages to duck back in the cover.
Oh, good thing there. Because
fourth one?
Oh, it's going to be a Kobe here, ladies and gentlemen. Onto the side of right managed to invade this and move himself away from danger. Sinbi is being pinned down by Drax.
Oh, Drax taking,
He still has
whatever.
the
He
nade.
has take on one. That's going to be another player on but side. It's going to be Botsku. Good botting in the last minute.
Oh.
Drax knocked one down. He's trying to get Ryan next. He knows there's somebody just around there somewhere. While they finish off with one, specifically one kill, they're trying to just get wiped the whole team of TNR. On that side, Marlino on the other hand, trying to fight against Boss Q at the same time.
And TNR just caught between Yudu and Orlino. Got Raymond lost his head. Drax managed to flush out TNR, and Noxy now getting swarmed by Yudu, and he will be taken down as well. Sniper Man, the last man alive with that nade, trying to redeem himself.
It's just too much for him now. Sniper Man will need to fight against at least 4.
Bosku.
The grid does connect, but then again, Bosku is just oh god, have it knocked down by Sniper Man, and Sniper Man can finish him out, but looks like not. Unfortunately, Marlino will be eliminated at 13th place.
Seems like a bad run for the ones that's winning, and Vikendi first and second place, both of them quite early out this time in the map of Miramar. While we're looking at so many teams being so fastly taken down, we're talking about only 12 teams here. TNR taking the advantage against Balls Q, who overexposed himself within the last fight just now.
Yeah, and Ryan just needs to get as much secure kills as he can, but it's not going to be easy though with 4 members of Boss Crew staring right at him. Circle also closing in as well. Ryan, he can buy time, but I'm not sure if he can get points for himself. As he does take that headshot again. No more helmet, and the most experienced player for TNR, is now in a pinch.
Oh man, his helmet is as red as my face when I am shy. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. He really needs help there. He's been pinned up, but the good news is that he is in the safe zone though.
That's so random, by the way. But back about the Ingles, yeah, fighting against TRX head on. It's just the blue closing, making a pressure for all the players out there. The Ingles being out and execute just now. Down to 10 teams, 29 players. Zizo and the rest of TRX have to find a way to get into the safe zone because there's so many gatekeepers and they are quite late into the party.
And Power Grid is going to be the next point of contention. Now Jinboy with a extremely far shot, pretty ambitious, trying to shoot onto Evo's VIP, but that is not going to make it. And Resurgence as well, getting taken out. Last member down to the blue zone, but this airdrop, AWM. And also, for those who are watching, we have the PMPL loot as well. Key in that key right now to get yourself some pretty juicy drops.
Back about Access, MPX, NRL, you do. Drax here doing some job, but the kill field is just going crazy. At the same time, it's so rare to see AW's airdrop, by the way.
What?
What just
What?
happened? What just happened?
Wow, what just happened? That Drax is just rampaging this. He's really the losers and he can get more and more here. He's in a good position, but then again, Yudu gang as a whole, they are outside the safe zone. They now try to move into the safe zone, but in front of them, there are multiple teams. We can see a WeStar is there. Bosku is still around the corner at the same time, and teams are starting to converge with each other.
Yeah, and I don't mind Yudu being in this position because they have the vantage point. They have the cover. Someone on the low ground, 3 of them on the hill. Rex and Yuhai, they're on the northern side, but they're not going to be able to contest Yudu gang at all. Yudu gang trying to pick up Bosku, and now they have the confidence to run straight towards WeStar.
This is just going to be a massacre, very massive at this point. Look at how many teams just hogging around on the west-south of the circle. And Bosku will be out next one or place himself on the 9th place. We're looking at Expert, West-Star. Oh my goodness, where did that shot coming from?
Oh yeah, where did that shot come from? Really, it's everyone's so close to each other. The shots can come from anywhere. WeStar experts, they mark themselves right in the middle of the safe zone for now. Using the smokes, recovering themselves because before other teams start to come in onto them. We can see it's everywhere. It's just so colorful in this 5th circle.
Yeah, this is a shooting gallery for all the teams except for WeStar. Expert with Yudu gang, now they have the confidence to start moving closer and closer into the circle. Team Secret actually slightly in front of Yudu, but they have they are probably in the most comfortable spot right now. They have the vehicles to work with. They have all the utilities to stash up until the final few phases. Now it's just whether they can find the opportunity.
Oh, the opportunity will be trying to scope down on Ryan, but they have so many teams scoping down onto them as well, including NRL from Axis here, trying to get one down on Evo's VIP, but eliminated just now. Seems like they place themselves at 7. We're looking at Weestar, seems like just ripping it off for that kill feed.
Oh man, we start. Oh my goodness. Okay.
That was actually too close for comfort, and despite V-Star being in such a precarious position, it is a blessing that they still have 3 men alive.
Oh yeah, good thing they have 3 men alive. They're still in a pretty good position, I'd say. Just look at this, the next circle even favors them, while the rest they are playing by the edge of the circle. They come in the middle, but look at this Rift with a long shot. Oh my goodness, taking out Putra from SMG.
Oh, that is necessary to take them out, but the one that's stuck in the middle is none other than TRX. So many teams try to scope them down, including Weestar here. Superlon taken out with a beating. That was beautifully well done. The pixel shot really make it matter on the last minute, but he got taken down by none other than the rest of Yudugang coming out from behind with the higher ground. This is the moment they've been waiting for, and whose circle will it be?
And it feels like Yudugang, they are trying to steal those kills away, and V-Star now really down the 2 remaining members. They're trying to take out their own vehicles as cover, as SMG will finally be eliminated in the hands of Yudugang once more. V-Star, they are so preoccupied by Yudugang in front of them, it seems like they don't have much place to go.
Oh, the terrain is just so tricky right now. It's just such a big crater in between Yudugang and all these teams. Like Yudugang have a little bit of high ground in the moment, but will be tossed out. Fredo with the space go out the side of Superline. Superline is now trying to find cover, but then again Superline manages to move himself away from gunfire.
Alfredo tried to toss a Molotov. Will it be in the pits of that he tried to make for the teams just across him? While they try to migrate themselves right smack in the middle of circle. Only 5 teams left here. Rift tried to take down TRX. Only 1 left, but he won himself a secure 1-point kill. But look at Jameboy. It doesn't seem very good on his side.
Yeah, and I think right now it's just NRL trying to create opportunities like Yudugang and Bredo in a gunfight against Carl. He does have the advantage in terms of health, so he will take the time to use that first aid kit as the rest of his members join in. They also need to revive Naoki and Manparang with the smoke grenades to protect his buddies.
Yep, now Manparang being the captain there, he's doing his captain's work there, protecting his buddies there, as we can see. Carl trying to find where Yudugang is. Manparang is around here, and the rain of grenades start to come in. But then again, no further siege there because they are in the safe zone for now.
At the same time, we're looking at Fredo to try to forge a path for his teammates. At the same time, buy more time for now could be revived by Fredo there. Manparang keeping the pressure on their side. But at the same time, they cannot be too occupied with what in front, because on their flank side, we do have Team Secret slowly approaching.
Yeah, and all these teams, they seemingly forgot about Team Secret. Rest gets taken down, Leto in the gunfight, loses to Ziso, and then NRL getting crippled, but fortunately enough, they still have 3 members left alive that can be revived. Yudugang now is going to make that push. Fredo finds Carl, and Weestar Expert no longer exists in this round.
And Yudugang, they are still maintaining all 3 of their team members. They have access into the safe zone right now. Zuso is the only one right in front of them, while the rest, Team Secret is behind. The Team Secret have a compound, but the compound is not in the safe zone, as we can see here. So they will need to make a move, but now just look at it. Ziso is staying clear out this. We are now down to the top 3.
Yep, and this is probably the clash of the titans if Jisoo gets taken out, but the focus is on Yudugang and Team Secret. Jisoo is a X factor right now. He has to be the intervention to shake up who gets the chicken dinner. With 2 members of Yudugang near him, Jisoo, his time is pretty limited.
Oh, but Fredo, and now we kind of smell the idea of Ziso's whereabouts. This is not great. He's being sniffed by Yudugang. Another pair of Yudugang going for the other side. There goes the nade, tossing it out. Where could he run? Ziso!
Boom!
Not just yet.
That one misses.
There you go. It got blocked by the vehicle really close, but they still have no idea where is Ziso. Well, with Ziso, I probably cannot be as patient as he is. That's a reckoning moment. You cannot even move a muscle.
Yeah, and this is going to come down to the circle. Ziso still pretty safe, but I don't think Yudugan is gonna let out on that. They will either try to flush him out or let the blue zone finish him off.
Yeah, but look, just look at this. I think Zizo is
Oh, they found him.
okay, there you go. No more arguments there onto Zizo.
Yeah,
now
they
it
found
is
him.
3-on-3. It is Yudugan versus Team Secret here, ladies and gentlemen. The two teams that actually play in the PMWL going ahead at them.
Yeah, and Secret is pushing forward. The nades are coming out. You can see Secret, they're actually in a pretty decent position to pencil out Yudu Gang, but Yudu managed to segregate themselves as well. So Secret are sticking together, whereas Yudu are using the terrain to their advantage. Secret, they gotta be really careful pushing up towards Yudu Gang.
Yudu try to abuse the side of a hill. We're talking about the slopes. Actually,
Oh!
Naoki got clipped quite a lot with that grenade just now. This is just making it hard for them to actually advance, but at the same time, not much time left. 7th circle, it's gonna be closing up very soon. Team Secret, they are fanning out.
Oh yeah, Team Secret, they are fanning out. Yudu Gang right here. Pressure pretty much more onto Yudu Gang side. Team Secret somewhat have more to say right now, but Pana have been knocked down. He's not down to that game player. Fred have been on the down. He's the last one standing. And now, there you go. Winner. Second dinner goes to Team Secret.
All post office or not, we're too sure there's no post office except for some school in Erangel. We're down to map number 3 here today. It's almost done with day number 1 of PMPL Season 2 MYSG. We're down to 2 more games. Today, Rubber Chicken, Erangel, Resurgence. But where are they?
I mean, Resurgence, they only got the spotlight in the show match, but we also need to shed the limelight on our observer lineup with the director XCYR and his crew, Topcast, Ngek, Zai, and Yota. These guys have been absolutely amazing. I think they've been observing so many games from then until now. You just gotta keep giving them credit, but also interesting flight path. Cloud.
And that bit is just amazing, flawless. You have to agree.
I have to. Yeah,
Yeah.
I have to.
It's
Yep.
so manly up there.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay. Wow.
Can you guys not
Wow.
every single time? Oh my god.
It's okay.
This is fun.
Yeah, it's okay.
I am enjoying this broadcast.
Yeah, I am absolutely enjoying this as well. So it's okay, Choo. We all have our days.
Yes,
It's
yes.
fine. It's fine. It's absolutely
You-
it's absolutely normal.
Back about the
Okay,
game.
but
We're looking at
anyway.
the flight path. It's skewed more towards the western side of the map. But where will the circle be?
Oh man.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Hey.
Yes.
Water circle. Here we go.
Yes.
I want to see a water circle here. Husky.
Yes. I like go all the way down to the military base to Sosnovka. That's where that's a fitting battleground.
The thing about this circle, it troubles me a lot because I do know these two guys will be so evil. They are hoping for it to happen. But when it comes to the bridge, it's actually right in the middle of it. We do know where the circle sometimes high percentage of probability it will ended up right in the middle of it. Where the middle of it is like literally bridges and a huge chunk of river in between.
Yeah, and that's what makes Erangel
No.
so dynamic and
No.
challenging because you have to cross the bodies of water.
The thing is, we might ended up looking at swimming ducks all over the place.
I mean, to be fair, we got nothing to lose. We are here for the action.
we got-
Yeah, we got nothing to lose because we're watching.
and
it.
yeah, we're watching. Like as if you are watching, you want as much.
This is supposed to be a shooting game, not a swimming game.
Yeah, but if the only way is to swim, it's like shooting fish in a barrel. Okay, come on.
No, no,
It's a game. It's not as
like
simple
that.
as shooting. Okay, it's a game of survival. So you gotta do whatever you can to survive. You just,
So might as well build your own house in the game.
yeah, the only
you know
thing
what?
left is for the teams to set
The
up
only thing we
campfire.
don't, the only thing that we don't have is fighting against zombies now. Imagine that in a tournament, because it comes
I
to
re-
survival
Don't
game.
they have an arcade mode that you fight zombies or?
Yes, that's
Yeah.
actually true.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they could, and they could bring back that as well. But well, nevertheless, in tournament mode.
Imagine show match with the zombies.
Oh yeah,
That would be
yeah.
so cool to watch and so much fun.
that'll be cool. We can be the zombies,
I don't want to.
Like we just need to dress up in game
Please
as a
do.
zombie, and we just like run around.
It's
You
your
go
chance
ahead.
to be featured. Why not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead, guys.
I'm sure the fans were like, hey, get me in the show match. Like I don't mind dressing as a zombie, but just
Go
get me in the show
ahead.
match.
Yeah, I don't mind. I don't mind getting
Yeah.
able to shoot Sir Cloud.
I
in
would
game.
love
Oh, there you go.
I want to watch that. All right.
Now you want to watch
Oh,
it.
I
yeah,
just
now
want to
yeah,
watch. Yeah.
yeah.
If it's you guys that we're being forced into something like that, I'm like, sure.
The
why
teams would
not?
be sad if they hear this. Like you are not here to watch them. Come on.
I prefer watching that. Never mind. Okay, TRX team seems like they are going in a fan position, quite segregated. But just now, Savani seems like very quiet as well. No, obviously, Team Secret and Pachinki. But please, can somebody just take away Pachinki? I do want to see a bit fight, but it seems like quite early on day one, everybody kind of marked their territories already.
Yeah, we normally see those kind of like interesting clashes normally towards the later stage of the league, like what we saw in Season 1. Early game of the league, everyone's like, okay, let's be nice and respect each other. But when everyone's like, oh, I have nothing more to lose towards the later stage of the league, everyone just goes at it at each other.
Yeah, that it's just fun, right? If you can't have it, you gotta make it hard for other people. And then TRX, so far throughout,
Is it in your life as well that you do that? If it's not easy for me, I'm just gonna make it hard for everybody else.
That's husky for you, ladies and gentlemen.
that does not look good in my repertoire. I will not. I can neither confirm nor deny the facts without approval of my secretary.
Oh, well, there you
Wow.
go.
Do you not remember that line? Do you know that line? It was from Mission Impossible, Rogue Nation.
My only Mission Impossible.
You were
is-
movie buff. Aren't you movie buff, Cloud?
Oh, kinda, but I don't remember that one. But yeah, I have another Mission Impossible, which is actually to get Choo Choo Hitch. But yeah.
Whoa.
Oh my god, it just have to be that the end of the day of all the things that we can talk about right now. It's just me being targeted on day one, mind you, that we still have 1 more month to go.
Every on day 1. Wow.
Wow.
Feels like, hopefully this is the last one, but never mind that. Back about Marlino. Okay, thing about Marlino, they are not consistent. They like we've mentioned it before, PPG and Marlino, great run for the first match. But second match, they are the first one to be out. The first 2 teams to be out.
Yeah, especially PPG. I think, speaking about that, they are already under fire, and Baby Bell have to be really careful on the back of the bug. He doesn't even get to apply the first bandage, but thankfully Putri were able to escort her own princess out of that fire zone.
Yeah, that was good. That was a lucky getaway, I'd say,
no.
because open top, not good for them.
Yeah.
No utilities as well. This is really hard for them, and really tough spot, because why they are trying to struggle to keep alive, plus trying to snatch out a compound out of everybody else's who already got themselves quite solid early than the rest of Team PPG. Where would they go?
Yeah, I think I believe Sir Cloud did bring this up. I think the first or second round, where early on, if you kind of just get these tags onto the enemy team, it doesn't matter if it's a knock or a kill, as long as you can expand their utilities, their medkits early on. That is already a minor victory, and this is the case for Baby Bell. Has to use like 2-3 of the bandages early on, and I don't think they found any in that small compound either.
Yeah, nothing else. So they're gonna have a tough time looting, is how I see it, because when teams drop down, they would mark their territory. So if you don't mark your territory well, you're gonna have a tough time actually finding loot.
Well, the thing is, sometimes I notice that some teams, even though they are desperate for loot in the first few minutes or first few phases of the game, that kind of forced them to find or jumping into another compound that they know nobody will loot from. And because of that kind of rotation, they move a bit longer or further than the rest of anybody else. They didn't bump into any of the teams early on. That caused them to actually jump into the circle in a very safe state.
Yeah, I think that brings back to the topic of just balancing out whether to go for the loot, to slow down, play safe, or to engage in fights, right? And I think the case for PPG is that they always feel more comfortable whenever they are going either even or they have an advantage over an enemy team. So these kind of early chip damage onto the members is slightly more disadvantageous because they're not used to playing from behind, or we have yet to see that at least.
Oh, gotta wait and see them, because speaking of which, Atai, we do know these guys, when it's about taking their kill points, yeah, one of the best at it, but I have to say, they are a bit quiet recently.
Yep, be quiet except when they need to draw pictures and try to guess stuff. But if you missed the broadcast earlier, ladies and gentlemen, yeah, we did have a scene with Net Brotherhood whereby they played that similar game like what Team No Recall did. But yeah, you should just follow us throughout the whole broadcast because you don't want to miss out on such interesting content.
I have to agree, but back about Pachinki, this is
Ooh,
interesting.
ooh,
Bingos
ooh,
is
ooh.
just around the corner. We have Steel Heart still 0 points right now, so they need to rack up their kill points at least if they were having a hard time to position themselves in the late stages or even a chicken dinner.
Yeah, I think Steelhearts, they have yet to show the same prowess as they did from the Singapore qualifiers where they were the aggressive ones, they were the one finding opportunities. This was not the
Oh,
case. They
no.
were being capitalized on. And this circle, while we still have a bit of water, but it's highly unlikely that we're going to end up with any bodies of liquid by the end of it.
But more interesting is actually a Pachinki circle. This
yeah.
is team secret game since first phase.
Yeah, I think if you're Marlino right now, that the only one bridge that you...
The heck is this?
I think there's a new update. Do you guys notice the new patch note whereby there is actually a airdrop related for mermaids and you find a harpoon inside there and there you go.
Yeah.
But also, ladies and gentlemen, for the loot, here you go. Please punch in this giveaway code and quickly, yes, grab quickly, yeah, quickly, grab them. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, this guy's lost it.
imagine
It has
you-
been a long
Can you
day.
imagine people who take it literally, like punch in the code and then just like
No, nobody does that. Please no.
that?
Something is wrong if somebody takes everything literally.
Oh, you'd
I
be
hope
surprised.
you'd-
No, I don't. But you,
He knows that I'm shooting at him. I don't.
I,
She's trying. We have to give it
Oh
her. She's
my
trying.
yeah, I
goodness.
A for effort, but no.
Okay. Resurgence seems to pass by not visiting Evo's VIP just now, so they're going to be A-OK. But this is Pachinki we're talking about. We do know Pachinki, the biggest town there is in Erangel itself, but at the same time, Team Secret knows its nooks and cranny, every single one of it, like the back of their hand.
Marlino actually just completely chose the right bridge to cross over because the other two bridges on the western side of the map were heavily guarded by two different teams, so Marlino kind of dodged a bullet right there. They also managed to secure this compound at the edge of the circle. This is going to give them a lot more room to breathe.
Yeah, for now, I'd say, because playing at the edge of the circle, well, very likely that the circle will go away from you for the next one. Plus, it's just a second circle, so there's a lot of space to play still. But yep, now we are back to Yudu Gang. Looks like Axis is in front of them.
I cannot
Oh,
hold it.
no.
Having a great time there, huh?
Oh,
Wow,
he
we
was
were watching
engrossed.
you.
Yeah, he was
You guys have
engrossed.
no idea behind the scene what happened to Clark. It was
No.
pacing out totally.
He was,
No.
He was having his
engrossed.
great time. He was having his lifetime there. But back
No.
about Yudu Gang. Seems like Axis NRL. The thing is, Axis NRL, they got quite a lot of kill points in the last round, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, and then actually too, I think they are first in terms of frag. You have TRX following in second. Obviously TRX still in third place in the overall standing, but Yudu now they do caught sight of NRL. I believe Drax was the one who managed to spot out. It's either Rith or Appy running through past the compound just now. But Yudu again decides to pull back. They just need the information to plan the next move.
And the thing is, I want to discuss this, is that, do you notice, last season Axis MPX, now it's Axis NRL, right? Is it a big... Oh, never mind that Insomnus spot one down,
Whoa.
right beneath him. That was really close. He couldn't finish off straight away. It's none other than Team Marlino itself is fighting against. Tried to toss a nade over. He's just over there. Not just yet.
Yep, not just yet, because here Insomnia's just getting ready with a micro Uzi in his hand, while his team is actually far away, probably giving that different angle sort of cover support in case they need to. Bean is actually trying to get up to the high ground, but then again, high ground versus low ground, it's not good news for Bean.
Yeah, Bean, I mean, she definitely said a prayer right there because Imsamla just needed one shot from the micro Uzi to finish him off, but he somehow missed all of it, and now Bean gets into his vehicle, is going to start driving far away, so that far away from TNR, and I think that is the perfect choice. Now you gotta relay that information to the rest of your squad to plan that next move.
The thing is, just now, it wasn't great at first, but tossing that nade from that angle is super hard to land with.
Bam.
But might just punch it away.
Oh.
There you go. That's a manly ending for Janny. That fight against Crawley and Samzy, you know, that's just brutal.
Wait, last game actually, Yuhai managed to pen someone to death.
Yeah.
It was the kill feed. I'm not sure if most people noticed it, but there was a pen kill, so I think Yuhai is happy with that.
We got quite early
His
pen
favorite,
kill.
His favorite one. Oh.
What? This Circle is a fan of Team Secret.
Yeah, I mean,
Come on.
come on. Like, see, like Secret, they're feeling really good. But it also could be disadvantageous though, because you have a multitude of teams all funneling in with them at the center.
Yep, we can see here that all the teams actually want Pachinki because you will have good compound. That if you can secure yourself a compound and also you happen to have that circle, delicious, just like my meal earlier.
Meal or no meal, but still 16 teams intact. I'm looking at fourth phase will be really a big mess here, especially 62 players left, only 2 players out. So fourth phase, we do know is really small. Everybody will be forced to face each other. Team No Recon trying to get an idea about where the whereabouts of Steel Hearts. Steel Hearts struggling. Oh, that nade really close. Almost put it out. It's not got caught, but there's smoke in front of Adek. He tossed it early on, but oh my god, he needs to get away from this.
Guys dancing with death. He managed to get out with the cover of the smoke, so Steelheart, even though they have the tendency to get themselves into this conflict early on, at least they escape with all of their members. But TNR, I don't think they will want to pursue because they already have a compound within their control. It's just Insomnus trying to scout out the rest of the terrain to see where Steelheart is going. In fact, he can actually try and follow them if he has the confidence, and he is actually doing so.
Oh, they could do it. We can see here D-Deal is the second passenger on this vehicle where Honeybanks is the driver. Don't flip over and he'll be fine. But now look at this, the gunfight is happening.
Oh,
no, the blue zone at the same time. And the vehicle is smoking up. Will this be an explosion here, ladies and gentlemen? Not much left on the vehicle. They have to abandon shit before it explodes.
And they are forced out. TNR also under fire with Raymond in the vehicle as the side passenger. Ryan is driving as well as TNR. They actually lose Simbi. He actually fell and got knocked out, incapacitated, and they are right in front of Dingo. So Dingo's now gonna swarm in.
Oh, the Dingoes now is moving in because they know this is kill points for them. They are on pretty much a lot of health here. Bravo prepping out the grenade, going to toss it over to Raymond. Could this be a goal? Oh, what a shot there from the grenade.
Oh, really close to Bravo, taking his HP away to the blue. Will it be beneficial for all the teams out there? Really close.
Oh,
he got knocked down instead. This is not great. Team No Recall, the first one to be out.
Yeah, that's just an absolute disaster. Colin at the wrong place at the wrong time, trying to escape from one team, but they ran into Dingoes instead. And for everyone who knows what a Dingo is, they are pretty ferocious on the battlefield and they are on the hunt. So this is a great start for the Dingoes.
Now we have PPG here, Tiara tossing out the smoke right in front of them. They know that they are being...
Oh my goodness me, that was really tough to watch. Beautifully landed on top of PPG. Marlena Superboy is doing much, but that just got reversed all the way. Baby Bell trying to go for the flanks here, trying to marching in against the smoke, against the blue, and trying to catch a glimpse of Marleno's position.
Baby Bell, the only person alive, but no, the princesses, they are out. Second time that they get knocked out in 15th place, just like in Miramar. No luck right there, and this time it was Merlino who took them out. And you gotta give it to Merlino with the dying breaths. Those days actually paid off.
Oh, but check this out. SMG managed to get one knockdown to Janik. And now SMG, they do have this entire compound to themselves. Neighboring them is TRX. Kim, Jinboy, and Ziso is still around while the smoke getting covered to Janik. But how long can Janik last? Now the second grenade will connect and it's now down to 50% health.
That's just rough for him, trying to crawl himself towards his teammates. This is no going for him anywhere because there's a wall in between, and he got himself covers a little bit more. But SMG, I'm not sure why they didn't rush in. They have the advantage just now.
I think SMG also wants to play safe. They did lose Jenny early on, so you don't want to take the risk against TRX, who has 3 members left alive who can easily crossfire. So they just use those nades to chip out Trixie, but fortunately enough, Trixie managed to make that long, excruciating crawl back to his team.
But look at this, not really much of an advantage because they have lost Jenny in the process somehow. It's a 3-man SMG that we're talking about at this point. Now we look away at, Net Brotherhood. Looks like they're taking out Steelheart here. D-Dale will fall to Apo.
Only left Haiti Banks up there. Hopefully you get a couple of kills there because right now they are really not in a good place. We're talking about Net Brotherhood. Seems like having a good run, 2 kills at the time, but they lost Chipoy along the way. At the same time, they are hogging just at the outskirts of the circle as well. There's one team left there if they can finish it off, but XP seems like the next target for the rest of Net Brotherhood.
Yeah, and also if you look at the map right now, other than V-Star expert, Heady Bang has nowhere to go. He's already pincered. He might just surrender himself to the blue as Marlino. Now they're going to engage into Dingos. Dingos already losing 2 members. Not in the red, and the GG also not that healthy either. They also have Boss Cool to deal with.
Oh, there's now at least 3 teams in the same compound that we're talking about here. But oh, look at this Sniper Man. We'll get 1 point for his team, and Steelhearts have been eliminated again. No points for Steelhearts so far.
And that is just tough to watch. Back about Marlena and South, on the other hand, still going for the kills. Way more, but that Kobe landed right on top of him by Bosku Nga. They have been going great, but none of these teams are actually inside of a safe zone.
Yeah, and Team Secret feeling pretty happy about that. Everyone is just fighting on the outskirts while they sit comfortably in the circle as Nga now to toss out a second nade. You can see Bean just getting absolutely barraged on by those bullets. Asfa with that free kill. Sniper Man now being caught in the trash. I think Bosku, they're going to push in for that final kill.
Oh, they're definitely going to do this because they want that 1 point. They know every point is precious at this point of the game. And now Sam just coming in from behind, but it's just... Sniper Man still managed to get one down to Nga. But can he do it now? Just too much for him to handle. Z will finish it off, and Marlino is eliminated at 12th place.
That was really close. Karma hits him hard in the face as well. Nga, he bombarded so many on the side of Marlena and South, but they're really close to losing all the men out there. Down to 11 teams, but this is just getting more interesting with YouTube playing alongside of Hill. We have Resurgence playing with the compound, while AGMT passing by as a visitor. SMG is really occupied with NRL or Axis right now.
Yeah, I mean, SMG going to NRL, AGMT driving into Team Secret, and Yudu gang coming out from below the cliff. They also have V-Star Expert to deal with though, so this is an absolute battlefield, a huge massacre for all these teams. If you look at the kill feed, they're just flooding out as we are now looking at Yudu. They look at V-Star Expert, all the nades flying out to V-Star Experts with Manparang leading the charge. You also have Fredo following him, Drax as well, just raining barrages of grenades. As V-Star getting wiped.
It's mortars here, ladies and gentlemen. We're talking no longer grenades. We're seeing here Yudu is going in for the kill, and Yudu managed to take them out, but Drax have it knocked down for another angle. They need to help Drax here.
Decimated just now, but right now in the precarious moment and position, Yudu gang, they got a minor victory back then, but Resurgent seems like having the best solid components out. On the same time, EGMT seems like brushing a lot of teams on the sidelines there. Going crazy. Nice name by Putra.
Volky and Putra, these 2 guys also just doing heavy damage, and Lito, the only guy that is healthy, trying to do SMG. He's just beside him!
He's just beside him! He didn't know he's there! He been knocked down, he didn't realize that!
That was really... He can even smell it away! But he just didn't realize, but from Buru, how can he get out from this? This is just tough to just get out from there. TRX, on the other hand, get to revive one of their teammates. This is where everybody just have to shoot away, have no direction whatever of the other teams, because there's so much smoke in between.
Yeah, NRL's time looks pretty limited. This circle finally decides to abandon ship from Team Secret for a while with AGMT in the center, but that is the hot zone. 4 teams that are pretty much crippled from the early engages. Now they have to fight for it. Team Secret though, they can actually just rotate straight in and contest Evo's VIP and TRX at the corner.
At the same time, we must consider the road will be a very important element here. The circle will fall on which side of the road. That will determine pretty much who has the big advantage there, because you don't want to cross the road. That is one thing you don't want to do at all.
Well, speaking of which, Team Secret seems like forging their way into the circle, clawed their way by just taking and decimating each team that are trying to block them and hindrance. And now Team Secret Rex, that's a beautiful one. Eliminate Team Bosco entirely. That was just our shot with the help of teammates as well. Everybody backing each other out. Nice team play.
That is just great for Team Secret. Now they have so much room to work with. They took out the barricade, which is Bosco and Yudu. Now they're going to use the cover of those smokes to kind of move closer and closer into the circle. They still have to contest Resurgence, who are slowly evacuating from their compound as well.
Yep, I can see here that, look at this, Yudu gang, they don't have the circle, but they need to force themselves in. But at the same time, there are a couple of teams right and the circle, especially AGMT, is just keeping everyone out.
Oh,
Resurgence.
AGMT. Yup, AGMT have the higher ground. Same goes for Team Secret. So
Oh,
it's like
whoa.
big shark eating all the small fishes. You do taking one down. At the moment, AGMT try to revive their friends. Do they have enough smoke to cover their teammate? Matoi taking one down on TRXZ. So at the same time, it's so hard for RSG to climb up this small hill.
Yeah, AGNT, that gatekeeping this clip is pretty important for them to keep Resurgence and Yudu gang away, but Trixie with the smoke grenade will alert Resurgence of his presence. Resurgence now, if they rush right now, Trixie might just not be ready for it, and Resurgence, they're gonna retreat back to a vehicle. Trixie now is gonna pick his head out, gets a couple of shots onto Woki, but not enough to take him out.
Yeah, not enough yet, but then he is pretty much all alone because his other teammates will need to fend off other angles as well. Trixie with the one goes down,
What a
one
spray!
down. Let's spray onto Woki there, ladies and gentlemen. Trixie is still hanging it up for his team.
That was really close, but Iron Bro almost got clipped by that nade as well. Voki bleeding out at the moment. The rest of the team need to make more space here. We're talking about AGMT pushing it in, but at the same time, Team Secret coming up from the back. Resurgence, where would they go? Where would they fan out? Because they are being closed and pressured by the
Whoa!
blue. This break, AGMT, they are suddenly rising up from the dead.
Resurgence, they gotta take this fight right now straight to AGMT. They have no other choice. The Molly actually cuts out Iron Bro, and Iron Bro, he might not be able to get out. He actually gets burned alive. Eclipse, another pick. They finally take down Eclipse, but in the meantime, TRX also eliminated by Team Secret. Resurgence, they are finally out.
Resurgence is finally out, but then again, Team Secret, the chicken dinner winners from the previous game, they are still in this, ladies and gentlemen. They pretty much have the circle on that other edge, as we can see on the minimap. Fredo tosses out the grenade. Will it affect AGMT or will it just mean nothing there? We need to wait and see, but then again, Yudu still maintain 3 of their team members. Mamparang is down.
Oh, a lot of people bleeding out for AGMT. Fredo, on the other hand, only have Drax to work with right now. While Mamparang, the captain, bleeding out, being revived. But how long can they withstand this? Will they be outplayed? We're talking about those who are getting themselves the higher ground first will have the biggest advantage.
Oh, Secret in such a good spot. iShots, now he crosses the road, so it means that Evo's VIP and NRL, they're isolated on the other side. That circle is going to really hurt them. Rex is going to be the X Factor, and he is going to be that X Factor as he finds Fredo and finishes him off.
Oh yeah, we can see here that Evo's VIP, Kuza as well as Pamburu, they're not in a good position. But then Pamburu managed to get the knockdown to eye shot. That could be a saving grace for him. Matoy is still alive here, keeping Pamburu in his sight. He doesn't allow Pamburu to cross. This is the problem when you're across the road.
Evo's VIP Kuza is one-man solo all the way as well. Same goes for Bamburu. Now Macho have to focus those behind his back, which is 2 different teams.
Whoa!
But no! They didn't expect you to waiting for their presence there. He almost took one down. There was another knock. Now down to Drax. Can he clutch this one? Will they save his teammate first or will he go for the guns?
And now it's Drax, the lone man standing. Manprang is down. He got a surprise by Eclipse, and he has to find a way to get Manprang back because Jerome is already reviving the rest of his team. That blue circle is closing in, so they might have to sacrifice one body, but Yudo under heavy fire. Jerome takes out Manprang, and Drax is the only one alive.
Oh, we can see that Drax is still alive though, but then again, Drax, we know his firepower, he's pretty good at it. But no, check this out, winner, chicken dinner again goes to Team Secret!
VIP at this point. It's fair to put it that way. Both of them are kind of in the middle, nothing too extraordinary. But you can also say that Evo's VIP got a bit more of the spotlight. So hopefully this Sunhawk will invigorate them as we are going to move into our last map of the day for day 1. Community mode. Skyrocketing for Yudu. Yudu, no chicken dinner yet. Team Secret has 2. But they don't care, you know, the fans, they want Yudu gang to get that chicken dinner.
Yeah, the thing is about Yudu gang, even though they're not that chicken dinner moment just yet, but the community is still all very strong alongside. The community is strong with this one.
Yeah, you can smell it. I mean, Yudu gang, for 2 rounds in a row, they were within distance of that chicken dinner, and it was always Team Secret who stopped them.
Yep, we're down to the observers here. For the first time, I'm going to announce it. XCYR, Topcast, ANGK Ongek, Zayota. Thank you, guys. You guys look amazing in those red, and look at them smirking away as well. And Topcast always give his eyebrows towards me whenever we pass across. I don't know why.
Eyebrows to
No,
you?
Give his
not-
eyebrows to
like this-
you?
What?
I'm showing it behind the scenes like this kind of eyebrow.
Why
isn't
does he give you that look?
it? I don't know.
Yikes.
We're jumping to the final
okay.
game today. Dingos seems like
Ooh.
sharing with PPG straight from the bat.
An instant nade, just a preliminary shot, and PPG, they have yet to get anything, so they just have to make a run for it. You don't want to get into this early fights. I think Dingos against PPG. Dingos, I feel like has more of the advantage when it comes to all these gunfights. So PPG, with a member's disadvantage and up against Dingo, they just have to find a way to get out of this place.
Yep, 2v4 PPG against Dingos in boot camp, not a good idea. So PPG definitely they need to find a way to get away. But just look
Oh,
at this,
no.
Naoki is not too far away, and if they run right now, they will be out in the open. It's just too risky for them.
This is about PPG want to come strong straight right into the first few minutes into the game. We're talking about seconds at this point. The one to get themselves boot camp will mark this for the rest of the season. So they need to make it strong. But the rest of PPG is nowhere to be seen. Dingos, when it comes to taking a fight, they never back down.
Yeah, I think taking control of bootcamp is one of the things that some players find as a priority, but the biggest challenge is entering bootcamp itself. You are contesting a compound with teams, and it all comes down to just who gets the weapons first and who gets the stronger weapons. And in this case, it was definitely Dingo. So PPG, if they want to stick around, they gotta make sure that they win those fights.
I think they got themselves M416 already, so I think that's pretty okay.
Yeah, it's a pretty decent weapon, I'd say, but probably in terms of utilities, they are not as stocked up because they only got like, what, 10% of boot camp, while the rest of them, Dingo's putting a lot of pressure. You can see here, Sun with the shot of the spray going out from his AK, but does not connect. It's fine, it's just keeping them in the house, not allowing them to move.
Yeah, you can see Dingo is just playing pretty active right now. They are constantly just putting pressure onto PPG. Like Circle pointed out, they have majority control over bootcamp, and they are being relentless right now. They are pushing closer and closer to PPG just to flush them out. And you can see Tiara and Putri are not even close. They're on the other side on the mountain.
I have to agree, PPG will force it to retreat right now, especially Dingos, making sure they have every corners will be shushing away this PPG team. At the same time, do they take up the fight? Do they still want to stand this ground, or will they reposition themselves into a different compound?
Definitely looks like PPG might be able to get away from here since they do have the high ground. Tiara here just doing cover fire onto a GG, so they can't show themselves and put any more pressure onto
Baby
one
Bell.
of oh my goodness, Baby Bell unfortunately will be knocked out by Sun still.
Yeah, and just Suns with a very patient and controlled
Oh.
spray. They should be able to get this kill onto Baby Bell. And
Oh.
that is the big threat coming in from Dingos. They flush out the members of PPG, and Baby Bell just caught in a horrible spot.
Yeah, the rest of Team PPG tried to make a diversion just now by firing non-stop, but apparently Dingos is really determined to get themselves at least one player. Baby Bell, there go. But at the same time, I don't think it's wise for them to actually overstay themselves here, because like it or not, they are not that stocked up when it comes to their economy and looting.
Yep, absolutely agree with that. They need to make a move right now. And here we have it. Ladies and gentlemen, Yudu Gang. Oh no! From the angle, Tiara is now in trouble. Could be knocked down. Down to 10% of health. Tiara will find security in the mountains.
Yeah, and right off the bat, PPG just in a bad position. If play in a map like Sandhawk, if you don't secure yourself a compound early on, you are in for a world of pain because there's just so less place for you to set up shop. And for PPG, they are now nomads on the map.
Yeah, PPG right now, they have no place to call home. Boot can be taken by Dingos. Being actually shunted away, they have no place to go. Going towards the wrong direction, this is going to be another team they have to fight against. So they have to find the best possible direction to go to that will not bomb into any other team, because in terms of economy, they are not that stable. First airdrop of the day, AWM. I do notice Sunhawk like to drop AWM a lot. When it comes to Marama, on the other hand, we do want to see AWM, but it's always DBS. But here goes your giveaway code. Take it away right now, because this will be your airdrop.
Yep, take it away. The PMPL loot here, ladies and gentlemen. Be fast, be quick, because you don't want to lose out on this loot. And now we do see here Team Secret as well. Rex and Yuhai, they are on a vehicle. You don't see that very often on this map, Sandhawk.
Yeah, and I think the probably the one member from Team Secret today that has been copying more of that pressure and more of those damage is probably Matoy and iShots. But Rex is the highlight for today, at least for the past few rounds. Even on rounds that Team Secret didn't really make too much of an impact and getting knocked out early on, Rex is always there with his name imprinted as the insignia of that team.
Plus, I do notice that emphasizing, trying to point out is that not many people use vehicles in Sanhok because naturally it's like it's already a small map. Plus, using vehicles, you will attract too much attention when it comes to a small island. Wherever you go, you might bomb into another team anytime soon. But back about AGMT, this is what we were waiting for. They will actually try to engage towards XP if they want to, but at the same time, do XP have any idea they're being scoped down by another team?
This is a good question here, Shao. Looks like he knows Superla is just across. Another spray goes out for Shao with the M4, but then again, Shao counter fire onto it. He needs to find cover behind the trees, behind the rock, whatever he can find. But he's getting closer and closer to the action. V-Star is still in the compound.
Yeah, and AGMT, you can see the moment the first shot comes out from Shao and Romeo fires back, AGMT, they already pushed forward. They're in front of the compound. They are ready to siege V-Star Expert. So V-Star Expert, they have to hold their ground right now.
Oh, but look at that tossing of nades all over the place. Will it be Kobe in any of these drops?
Superlan, the
nade!
nade!
That was beautifully well done by Superlan, but Trixie returned back the favor towards the one that tossing the nade just now.
Yeah, it's like they're just trading there, but then again, they cannot finish off. This is the thing. If you can knock, but you can't finish, they will just reset themselves. Or you don't go for the rush. You can see here, Eclipse still waiting behind. At the same time, they are just scouting out because V-Star Expert, they are coming closer and closer. Shao is so close to the action, they better give him backup soon.
Yeah, V-Star Expert, they're taking the fight straight with AGMT, and Shao pops out, and he does catch the nade in the face. And it's going to be Romeo to take him out. Trixie with his own nade. He's not going to connect with the V-Star Experts, though. And the cover fire from AGMT seemingly falling apart. Eclipse late to the party, so V-Star Expert, they gain a slight advantage.
Boom, he invested so much in this one particular fight going on. Constant to toss a nade out.
Shao.
There's so many nades all over the place. We're talking about Shao and Trixie have a very precarious situation here.
That
They
nade?
cannot-
No!
That was last tick of health for Trix and also Shao. Oh,
Another
my
one!
God.
No!
That is just nowhere to get out. And there's going to be Suprola finish off Trixie and the other teammates. None other than Shao are gone and away. And now down to Jerome and Eclipse. How can they fight this back? So many nades being thrown by XP.
Oh my goodness, and now XP definitely they're going to go for it. This is a toss of this smoke from Superland, and they now know they have the man advantage. They just need to find their target. And now yes, the target has been found by Superland with a side shot, getting Eclipse, clipping it off, and now Eclipse has been dropped down. And now Jerome, the last man standing for AGMT. Candy Crush is now in bench, dropped down Superland. But there you go, Jerome with the last thing of health, and unfortunately, AGMT will be the first team to bow out.
Yeah, it's just V-Star Expert playing it like an expert in that engage. All started off with that nade that traded back for Trixie. That set everything off, and instead of cowering in that compound, they pushed right out. They caught AGMT off guard, and they finished them off.
We shouldn't have called that team. The moment we were looking for their performance, straight the first one to be out.
I am so sorry.
Yeah, we
But
all
Cloud
do.
said resurgence though, so
Contra's gonna hate me after this.
Okay, but nevertheless, back into the game. That was the second airdrop with MK, if I'm not mistaken. But I'm not sure who will land themselves onto the airdrop. Down the side of Dingles, they were shushing out PPG just now. But seems like they are tailing PPG side all the way. But this is just a hard circle to play with. All three islands are actually inside of it. Which end will they pick? The last one that pick the wrong island will have so many gatekeepers to go through. Such a hard swim as well. So they have to pick it now.
yeah, and SMG, they have to pick the poison. Where do they want to go? Do they want to go south side where Steelheart is? And Evo's VIP, Kuza opening up onto A pool and does get the headshot. And at the same time, is also pretty low. So Evo's VIP, Kuza is just gonna keep watch as Razor makes that rotation with the buggy.
And here we go, Fredo. Oh, sorry, Razor. He's moving in towards the side of Net. But Chinpui and his other teammates, they are way behind. Oh, they are split up, so it's not good news for Net. EVOS VIP closing in, getting closer and closer to the action. They could probably wipe them out.
Looking at EVOS VIP, will they try to prove us wrong, saying that they have whatever it takes to take this one down? But Atai and Chimpoy on the other hand will have to actually leave April bleeding out, or will they actually save him? I'm not sure. At this point, I
Oh,
no!
What? Oh my goodness! No, Atai!
Running from a lion, just walk into another tiger's den. This is just really tough day for Net Brotherhood. They have no exit out. Marlino just happened to pass by. What a bad coincidence.
And Net Brotherhood, they came to the wrong hood. In fact, Marlino with that drive-by is going to down Apu and Chimpoy. He is the only survivor for Net Brotherhood. Now, the only way for Net Brotherhood to stay alive is if Chimpoy doesn't die. He even tries to hold his breath underwater because he's completely surrounded by two teams.
Oh man, it's just going to be so tough for Net. Oh my goodness, we can see Apu, he's actually bleeding out. And there you go, Apu tapping out of this, Kuza gets the kill.
And Marlino is getting this Chimpo on the side. So, Net Brother, tough day, bro, tough day.
Must be the wasabi.
Because of that wasabi.
Yeah, Marlino probably having a good laugh out of that. They just drove,
It's like they're
casual
having a
drive.
great feast. It's like, hey, Thanksgiving Day here, guys. Get
surprise.
ourselves an extra kill there. It's just being plated down towards their side here.
Merry Christmas.
Well, that's too early, but yeah, okay.
Yeah, Christmas came early for Marlino, that's for sure.
Obviously, but on the side of Vivo's VIP, will they bridge Cam on the other side, or will Chipo finally get out from here? On the side of VIP, they are actually quite happy here. Nothing. No man's land so far on their side, and it's gonna be A-okay.
And we can see here, EVOS VIP, they managed to get themselves into the circle. They will reset themselves at this point. Good fight there from EVOS VIP, getting at least 2 kill points so far. So good for them. It's a good start.
Yeah, it did take them...
Don't jinx them, guys.
Okay.
I have a feeling we might jinx them, but this is Dragon Ball Savage coming out the dragon to save you guys because it's giving away a code. So be sure to key it in right now. Look at that. Such a cool stuff dropping out. Even in Steel Waters. Oh, wait, whatever.
Including
I love
Choo-Choo's
this
favorite boxer.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm loving it.
Yeah.
My favorite.
But no, Team Secret, they have been kind of in the hot zone for the past 2 rounds that they got the chicken dinner. We talked about how they are more uncomfortable on Sandhawk, and it's pretty evident they were on the south side of the map from the get-go. So it is probably the first time that Team Secret is not involved in any of these early conflicts or close to these early conflicts.
Actually quite true. So they've been staying away from conflicts so far, and now we can see here, talking about conflict, TRX, pretty close by with another team just right across them, We Star Expert, who actually played really well against 8GMT with the rain of grenades, but that could also mean that their utility is quite low.
Yep.
Probably true. On the side of TRX, Ziso, as a sniper himself, was trying to think about what to do next. Janix, the scout of a team, where will they go? He will decide which way is clear for them. On the side of the southern side map, or a Team Secret, we do have Bosku. Will bomb into them each other very, very soon. Marlena have to cut across 2 teams. Both teams are really scary when it comes to their firepower. It was VIP just have to butt in last minute. The one that coming up from the northern side, on the other hand, will have to be the Swimming Ducks for now. Will there be any team fishing it out for them?
Yeah, and you can see EVO's VIP, they actually drive straight into Team Secret. So when see a conflict right there, the iShot, he's going to be the one going for the spray, but Luxy is running straight forward. He actually finds iShot in the head, and that is the shot that they need, but they do trade Kuza back though. Rex finds that, Luxy managing to finish off iShot. Both teams going to trade 1-for-1, but it's going to be EVO's VIP needing to reset their members.
Yes, need to reset. They need to do it quickly right now because TS, they may go in for the kill. But then again, look at this. They are playing this fairly safely for now with Rex still in the forefront while Matoy as well as Yuhai just providing the backup support from behind. They need to be aware that Bosku is just across the hills, across the horizon. They could butt in and be the third party.
Always open for the options for them. On the side of SMG, they might explode a couple of stuff there on another team. Oh, Bosku, they are waiting for the right time to go in because sometimes timing is a key.
Yeah.
You do know there are many teams that open fire, but if you get in at the wrong time, you might attract too much attention. Probably both teams will aim on to you after that.
Yeah, and it's again unlucky for iShores. We talked about him across the previous few rounds. He's also the first one to be taken out this round, and it's also EVO's VIP exploiting on the fact that Secret likes to send out this one lone scout. Kuza drove in, he managed to avoid being knocked, and the rest of EVO's VIP reinforced him that instant. Huge credit to Luxy with that very ballsy push.
And we can see here, Bosco looks like they're still keeping eyes on the side of EVO's VIP. EVO's VIP, although they came through multiple fights, but they still managed to maintain all for their team members. And now moving over to the Dingoes, whereby they do have a couple of teams. Oh, they do have a really good spot here on the high ground, but then again, this could be really exposing them as well. If they take any shot, they will know, okay, everyone around them, they know someone's up there.
The Dingoes, you always have to
The
say that.
Dingoes.
Yeah, that's always catchy every single time I listen to that. Well, back about still hot. They're at the bottom of every bottom, so they're letting Addict to bleed out. Supermall seems to be one of the heavy casualty they have on their side. But Addict got revived back by his teammate so far. It's going to be okay, but how long can they stand this? Because seems like they're being pressured quite a lot, attracting too much attention with a smoke bomb popping out just now.
Yeah, and I just like the vantage point that Dingoes have secured for themselves. They have one guy to act as the watchtower. It's going to be a GG, but also at the same time, PPG have been able to go off the grid after that early encounter against Dingo, so we have yet to see them kind of pop back into action. They were low on resources last time we saw them, but Yudu, they got themselves this compound. I'm not sure if they know that Dingoes are on the hill though. This is pretty important for Yudu.
Yes, that's very important information, definitely. But look at this as well. Steelheart looks like they're in trouble. Ade is in big trouble as well. Steelheart haven't been doing so well today. And unfortunately, but taking out Ade is not a good start for the round.
This is not a kind circle for most of a player, and we're looking at so many teams who have clawed themselves half. I'd say Ruins was just going to ruin all the players out there. Good luck, those cutting across. But TRX seems like they're having a great run. Nobody will actually take this circle away from them. Speaking of which, Riceman in the middle, XP or Expert. Can they hold their ground? We're talking about the circle with their backs behind the river. Still across that land, a little bit of circle covers on towards the north side.
It's going to be bloody in Painan though. A lot of teams need to cross that very crucial bridge, and it's going to be chaos. We have those body of waters. Bosco, they're going to drive past Matoy, sees Nga, but not able to land his shot. But at the same time, Net Brotherhood, they finally get eliminated as Yuhai on flank watch does find that final member of the team.
Yep, Matoy now getting closer and closer. Looks like they managed to get one knock all of a sudden, and that could probably be one kill point for them. The rest of the team members of Bosco, they will need to abandon ship here. They will stay in Ruins for now, while Ruins is still in the same zone. But look at this, the Dingoes from below Bravo with a spray on the micro Uzi. Managed to get that one knock and probably get that one kill for his team.
This is just intelligent play from Dingoes.
Oh, they're swarming
themselves. Whole team out and away.
I'm not going to say anything.
Resurgence placing themselves 14 places, but Dingoes, this is smart coming out from them.
And
this is really tricky and foxy coming out of nowhere, just hiding and just ambush them out of surprise.
And again, just like how Dingoes would hunt their prey, the way that they swarm Resurgence, we know Resurgence like to play in a pack. They like to play all four men together. They rarely send one guy to scout out, and this is the second time in a row that they got caught and got wiped. So Dingoes, they reap the benefit of that, and now they might find PPG as well. Moi gets knocked as Tiara tries to get a refrag, but Bravo finds two of PPG. It's only Putri left alive behind the tree, and Bravo has her pinned down.
Oh, Putri behind the tree and now being pinned down as well. At the same time, the blue zone is taking her life away. Putri will now need to find a way to get into the safe zone, but it's almost very difficult for her.
Oh, well, Team Secret overly occupied with Merlino just around the shack area. They're trying to get out and beat from there, flushing them in.
Oh!
That's a beautiful one done by this guy's Rex. It's just Rexing it out all the way, rampaging. He is just a monster. Merlino were being decimated by Team Secret. This time, they're going strong again.
Yeah, and what do we say? Rex has been in the spotlight. Does take a bit of fire, but he is protected by his compound. He has a lot of time to reset himself, but maybe not the same for Yuhai though. He has to get into the rest of his team as this blue zone takes him away. They should be able to revive him, so not too much of a problem, but the main issue is getting out. EVO's VIP under fire. Damage from Matoy, not enough.
Oh, we can see here Matoy, he is in the blue zone, so he will need to make a move quickly. At the same time, we can see here Evo's VIP. Only Razo as well as Kuza left. Luxy and Samsi, unfortunately, will be eliminated at this time, but they don't have the say-so to them. But PPG, unfortunately, as well, will bow out at 12th place.
On the meantime, Evo's VIP barely made it out. We're talking about Team Noriko right in front of them with Bosku just across that small bridge as well. We do have XP kind of right smack in the middle of it. This is their circle. And they camp it out. Look at that position. They can see those coming out from the bridge. Plus anybody come from the front. Yudu just approached. Dingles as well. TNR only have Ryan from the start. We're talking about since the start. Yudu is very segregated into two pairs here. They got a lot of field to covers, a lot of angle covers by Yudu gang itself. So they are quite secure. Nobody gonna contest them as well.
Yeah, I think NRL and TRX, they are in the best position right now because they are completely uncontested as this bloodbath is going to continue in the middle of this abandoned building. It's going to be between Bosco and Dingo. Now Dingo, they did abandon Bravo and Sad gets gunned down by Nga immediately. Bosco is going to go in for the push. Gigi gets tagged by the nade, and probably Bosco going in for the final kill. Gigi needs to get out with the cover of the smoke, and he will find safe haven for now, but maybe not for long.
Gigi, with the last man standing at this point, revives his teammate, but can he do it in time?
No,
it will not be on time, and Bosco eliminates the Dingoes back to the lobby.
And another team Das made it just now. SMG is out and away. Team Noriko Ryan solo mates it taking down Omatoi. He just have to make it hard to everybody else. You on the other side trying to get on TRX, and also TRX just have to fight against NRL. This is just multiple angle of war going on, and none of these teams this is just not a pleasant circle. It's just right in the middle of a water area.
Yeah, and I think Team Secret, their time is ticking and it's going to run out pretty soon. Rex is in the blue. There's no way for him to get into the circle unless he goes through either Ryan or TNR, TRX. Yudu, their fans might be rewarded in this game because all 4 members alive, they are encircling We Star Expert, and We Star Expert, they also have to deal with NRL and TRX.
Yep, we can see here Yudu, they are the only team to have all 4 team members intact, but their ability to see now We Star Expert, Naoki, now in front of Suprola managed to spot where he is, which house he will be in at, and Axis NRL MPX will be eliminated at 7th place. Suprola will be knocked out as well from the side from Fredo!
If they wiped out XP, it's going to be Yudu's circle. They have to win this fight, but at the same time, if XP can wipe out Yudu, it will be their game instead. So Yudu, but at the same time, they have none of them actually knocked down Team Secret Blizzards at 6th place just now as the blue ticking in. Drax on the other hand trying to flush out the rest of Expert MY, and they have nowhere to go.
It's TikTok for Moon though, he is in a bad spot. Nate comes in from Drax. Drax does tag him, so Moon jumps up the window, but right into gunfire, and NR at the same time does get taken out. Fredo takes shot from an unknown angle, but Moon with a slither of health. Drax is actually trying to sniff him out. He's right in the building, but Drax is not taking that risk, so Moon gets some time to reset.
So it looks like Moon managed to reset himself, but then again, it is Drax and the entire Yudu squad right in front of him, and Bosku at the same time is approaching from another angle, and now we will see the next circle who will in favor here, ladies and gentlemen. And looks like Yudu gang has 2 team members in the same zone.
Fredo with the name!
Oh!
That's View being wiped up entirely. They're nowhere to be obliterated. Expert MY, TRX. Just across that bridge, we have Bosku 2 members. It's 2v2, v4. Can anybody pick Naoki up?
This is Yudu's gang to lose. They have the circle, TRX stuck on the island, Bosco, they have some bodies of water to go through, and only that one small passage with Drax guarding it. This is close to impossible for Bosco to go in, and TRX, they're going to take the risk. They're actually going to jump down from the bridge. Maybe they can make it through. Yudu, 2 members get bombed by Bosco, so Fredo and Naoki, they're actually down. We're down to Mount Parang and Drax to keep Yudu alive.
Oh yes, only 2 team members left standing at this point, but Naoki looks like he will be saved, and Fredo is still down at this point. Bosku, they are still alive, but look at this TRX. They managed to get themselves into the same zone as well. Ziso with the Gilisu from another angle, putting a lot of pressure on the Yudu guy, and now he will toss out the grenade. This will be a goal!
Mount Parang! My connect does tag him a bit. Man Parang with a bit of response into the smoke. Zizo.
Oh, that Molotov.
It's just a molly.
It's not going to burn anybody just yet. But Zizo and Kim, they're being pressured quite a lot. Oh, Sport just having to make everybody else. Zizo knocked one down. It's so close. This is hard for you to because there's 2 angles different. And they have
Oh.
no clue where the other party is.
Fredo now with Nate, they're gonna go and push. Ainoki is gonna turn the corner. They take out these, so it's between them and Bosku right now. Yudu gang, they only have Asphalt to go through. It's going to be pretty easy, and they will find it. Loyalty will be rewarded. Yudu gang, they finish off the day with their chicken dinner.
The community is strong with this.